बिगड़ी बात बना देती है, बिगड़ी बात बना देती है। राम नाम दो अक्षर, राम नाम के दो अक्षर से डर गए हैं पत्थर। बिगड़ी बात बना देती है, राम नाम दो अक्षर, राम नाम के दो अक्षर से डर गए हैं पत्थर। जय जय राम, 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 जय जय राम। एक शब्द में कितना सुख है, राम में रम कर देखो। एक शब्द में कितना सुख है, राम में रम कर देखो। सब देखोगे अंतर। सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। For those who are new to the class today, this is the book we are doing, The Happiness Guarantee, The Philosophy of Happiness. And we are on chapter 3, which talks about desirelessness. So what we have done so far is the mechanism of happiness. That's what we've been studying. How do we become happy? What is actually happening when we become happy? So we will examine that. What happens? How do we become happy? We have a desire. This desire agitates the mind. When the desire agitates the mind, then we go about, we get the object, whatever it is. Okay, mango. I want a mango. I go about getting a mango. Then I eat the mango. When I eat the mango, the agitations drop. When the agitations drop, what do I think? I think, and very naturally so, that I ate the mango and I became happy. What we don't get is that the agitations and the happiness have got nothing to do with the mango itself. How do we know that? Can you tell me, how do we know that? There is no connection between the mango and happiness. How do we know this?
Because if there
Because
was
the
a
same mango can not give happiness to another person.
Another person? Why did another person?
Or even the same person when you have
Yeah.
a lot of it.
Right. So that same mango Same mango with the same taste and the same pleasantness and the same beauty and the same everything cannot give you the same happiness the second time you eat it, or the third time you eat it, or if somebody forces that mango on you. So, since it doesn't give you the same happiness in two different periods, we know that there is no causal relationship. Now, what we get confused is between a temporal relationship and a causal relationship. What's a temporal relationship and what's a causal relationship?
If it happens some of the times,
Temporal is with time, causal is cause and effect linkaged.
Very good. So, the black cat crossed my path and I fell down. What is it?
Temporal.
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 It's a temporal. It happened in time. This happened first and this happened second. So the relationship between the mango and the happiness is a
Temporal.
temporal relationship, not a causal relationship. And because we make this mistake in life, all the rest of the problems come about. Okay, is that clear? Everyone who's come new for the first time, Nitin, Sharonjeet, are y'all okay with this? I think everybody else is, of course, old as far as I can see. Nitin, Sharonjeet, are you okay? Is this much clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
I
Yeah,
notice new people don't speak to me. Okay, thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Normally, new people don't like
Yes.
to speak to me. I don't know why. I might look very frightening or something. I don't know why.
No,
But
I was
online,
just
you
trying to
can't do that.
understand. I was trying to understand the difference between causal and temporal. I was trying to absorb
Okay.
that.
Is it clear, Shanti?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, both of you are very good. Today I've got 100% response. Normally, people don't like to talk to me. I don't know why. I must be looking terrible. So, okay, so it's clear. Temporal means in time. Causal means a cause and effect relationship. Now, when this is not clear to us, our problems in life start. This is the problem. So, what is the temporal relationship for happiness? Is the object, any object. What is the causal relationship for it? Is the absence of desire. This is the causal relationship. If I desired a mango and I got a mango, my desire is fulfilled. My desire is no more, and therefore I'm happy. If I eat this mango without the desire, it will not give me the happiness. And that's true for every object in this world. So when you are able to make this distinction between a temporal relationship, that means a relationship in time, this a chronological one. This happened first, this happened second, this happened third. A chronological relationship, nothing to do with causation. And once that gets to us, we get it. You could be eating that gulab jamun or that cheesecake, enjoying it thoroughly, and knowing completely that that cheesecake, that gulab jamun is not the cause of this enjoyment that I'm currently going through. How is that possible? Very easy. You see the sunrise, but you know fully well, right, that it is not rising, it is the earth that is moving. So your senses can give you an experience which your intellect can tell you is something else. Now you will say, why are you making me think so much? What is the need for me thinking so much? As long as the sun rises, it's good enough for me. As long as I get my happiness from the mango, it's good enough for me. What's your problem? Why do I have to do all this analysis? Why do I have to do all this analysis? Unnecessary breaking our head.
Because if we don't make that analysis, we'll keep on chasing objects.
Very good. When you don't know the cause, you will
Hmm.
not get the effect. If you want to get the effect you're looking for, which is happiness,
Hmm.
then you must know the cause properly. And if you know the cause properly, you're good. You have all frozen on my screen. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
yes.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay. I don't know why everything is frozen over here. Fine. Okay, so far so good. Everybody is clear about that.
Janki, just one question. Though this concept is understood, but suppose I want to eat a mango, but instead I'm eating uh, something spicy, means any other thing, but that is
Hmm.
not giving me happiness. So though that is temporal,
Hmm. So tell me why. I want to eat a mango. You've given me
something else, anything else, and which is not
what is
giving
a
me
spicy dish?
happiness.
Tell me. You've given me
Hmm.
biryani. I want a mango. You gave me biryani. Now tell
Hmm.
me, why will the biryani not give me pleasure?
Because that is not what I wanted.
Yeah, put it in the right language.
That is what I was not desiring for.
When I have a desire, I have to get that exact thing of the desire for that to come down, right?
Hmm.
That's the whole point. The most wonderful biryani means nothing to me when I want a mango.
I was asking in the context of happiness,
Hmm?
in the sense that I wanted mango, I got the mango, uh, but that gave me happiness.
Correct. So think it through, Taruna. Think it through. I wanted mango. I had a desire for mango. What is a desire for mango? There's a mental agitation. Mango, 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 agitation. Then you ate the mango. What happened to the agitation? It subsided, right? So, what is the causal relationship? Is the cessation of agitation. Okay, it's got
Right.
nothing to do with the mango. If the mango helped in this process, it's only for a very particular reason. The same mango will not help me when I want biryani. So there is no causal relationship. The causal relationship is only with the agitation of desire. If the agitation caused by desire comes down, I'm going to be happy.
Right.
So then the question arises, how do I reduce the agitation? I have to have some tool, right? Whatever that
Hmm.
tool is. So there are two kinds of tools. Oh, Nitin has a question. There are two types of tools, which we'll come to. But this is clear. What is happiness is the cessation of agitation, right? Now,
Hmm.
I cannot get this happiness unless those agitations cease.
Hmm.
What are my tools to do that? Maybe wide and varied. They are
Hmm.
all different for different people, for me at different times. All of this is varied. But broadly speaking, these two tools are only two we have. As human beings, there are only two tools for this. But we come to that in a minute. I'll just deal with it. Is it clear? So
Yes.
the happiness caused by the agitations or the desire coming down.
Right. Thank
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
Nitin.
Yeah, my question is like, how from where these desires come, like to eat the mangoes, or maybe it's a biryani or something. What's the cause or root of these desires? So ultimately, we just try to find happiness by fulfilling the desires. But what is the root of that particular desires coming from, mind, or and we are just running behind those desires to get the happiness.
Where does it come from? It comes from a lacuna, an emptiness, a void which we have within ourselves. We don't feel full. We don't know our swabha. We don't know our original nature. So we feel empty. Since we feel empty in our head, it occurs to us that if I get this thing, I will feel full. I will feel fine. So that lacuna makes us get all these misunderstandings. That's why we do the analysis to find out what exactly is happening. It is true, right? Where are you? You're in the US currently?
No,
Where?
no, I'm in India only. Yeah, there are so many mosquitoes, so I'm keep moving.
Oh, okay.
I'm in India only. Yeah, I'm in
You're in
Gujarat.
India. Okay.
Yeah,
Because, these homes
yeah,
look like US
yeah.
things.
It's a very beautiful spiritual place. Yeah,
Okay.
at the bank of Narmada River.
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah, yeah,
So, when you are, when you think, okay, I will go to the Narmada River and find happiness.
right,
Right? You will go there, you will find that happiness.
right.
But maybe somebody from, I don't know, from Congo may not find that same happiness because they never wanted it in the first place. Right? So we tell people silly things like, oh, I like it. You should have it. How is that possible? If I like it, how can
Right,
you get happiness out of it?
right.
So as long as I don't identify the cause, I will constantly look for it in the wrong place. So therefore, what is the cause of happiness? Cessation of agitations. Why did those agitations come? Because of desire. Why did the desire come? Because of the lacuna. Okay, clear?
Yeah,
Deepak Sethi?
Yeah, Jankichi, the mango example, I'm trying to process it through. Could it be that it is a second level cause because my agitation disappeared because I got the mango, because that's what I desired for? Meaning, an apple or a biryani would not have, ceased that agitation. So, in that sense, the mangoes was the cause for ceasing the agitation, and ceasing of agitation gave me happiness.
You could say that. But the problem with saying that is you're identifying a causal relationship that doesn't exist. You will go back to the mango and say, I'm going to have this mango because I enjoyed it so much last time. But you won't. So your second mango, your third mango, your mango on some other day, let us say that you're very upset because your business wasn't doing well, and somebody gives you a mango, it's like, छोड़ो यार मेरा सिर नहीं खाओ. So on another time, another occasion, this is not going to work. So then, therefore, we say there is no causal relationship. Now
No,
you want to introduce
another
a term like secondary cause. Okay, you can say that, but the problem is when you think of it like that, you will reproach the mango again. So you say that there is no causal relationship. You can use any language you like, but what is the purpose? Why are we saying this? Because eventually we want to understand for our lives, right? So as long as I have feel that that object is going to give me pleasure, I'm going to go to that object.
Yeah, yeah. Technically, you're right. One can use the secondary cause thing, but it is not going to serve the purpose, because the fact is that we have to actually lead to cessation of desire for us to be happy. Because otherwise, we will only be chasing mangoes. And in that context, we'll get whatever, varying degrees of happiness, almost bordering to a torture. But that's a side story. So the thing is that the main cause is the cessation of desire.
Yes. So now once we've identified, okay, so this is clear, right? For everybody, I hope this much is clear that the cessation of agitation was the pleasure, the the experience of pleasure. In this case, the mango helps seize these agitations. Okay, it was a tool, but it's not the only tool you have. You have two tools. Every one of us has two ways of doing this. One is you have the mango and you feel happy. That's one way you can. The other tool that we have, did we do this or am I going ahead of the thing?
Oh, we did this.
We did this, right? Okay. So what is the other tool?
Sublimate.
Sublimate.
Sublimate the desire. That's the other way, the second way. There are two ways. If as long as the desire goes, you're going to be happy. So what are your ways? You can fulfill it or you can sublimate it. Now so you say, what's your problem if I fulfill it? So the first two chapters, I think we discussed enough problems with the fulfillment. But now there are some new people. So who is willing to tell the new people what are the problems with fulfilling it? Come on, now y'all tell. What are the various problems? Okay, so easy, no. You have a mango, desire for a mango. You eat a mango, ho gaya kaam. Kyun sir hum break kare? Anyway, your desire will go if you eat the mango. So give us reasons. Why is that not the recommended path? Nobody's saying don't fulfill your desires, okay? But why are we not saying do this, just do this? Why are we not doing this? This is for all the new people. Sanahal, Saraswata, and Chanchal. I think y'all are new, so are you okay with it so far?
Yeah, I'm new.
Did you all come from yesterday's event?
Yeah, ma'am. Madam, yesterday I have attended that book ceremony.
Okay, great. So far you're good, Chanchal, all clear?
To some extent, ma'am, I'm able to correlate, but I'm trying to understand because earlier I missed the context. So I do have the problem relevant something like this only, but I'm not sharing because let me understand what you are teaching. It's very important before
So
I face my question.
Okay, so this is what we are studying in this class.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, it's the first book of the Happiness Guarantee. Yesterday we did the third one, no? So this is the first one, the Philosophy of Happiness. So far we are now in the third chapter. The first two chapters have told us what is wrong in our pursuit. So this, from now on, we are going to find out what is the problem here. The first problem here is we are not identifying the causation properly. So I feel that if I eat a mango, I will be happy. Okay, I eat the mango, I feel happy. So I say, very easy, I eat a mango, I'll be happy. So therefore, the cause of my happiness is the mango. This is a temporal relationship, a chronological list of, it's a relation in time. This happened first and then this happened, which is very different from a causal relationship. A causal relationship means this is the cause. Every time this cause comes, the effect will come. Okay? It can never happen that the cause is there and the effect is not there, or the effect is there and the cause is not there. This cannot happen. So, if it's a cause, so therefore, can you eat a mango and not be happy? We know that is possible. That's possible, right? Today, the mango gave you happiness. But if you come to my house and I'm forcing you to eat mangoes and you're on the fourth mango, it'll be torture. So I can have a mango and not be happy. That establishes it's not a causal relationship. But so what is a causal relationship? A causal relationship for happiness is if I have a desire, my mind is agitated. If that desire goes away, my mind is peaceful. I call myself happy. Clear so far? Okay.
Yes, I'm clear. It's very much clear that without the cause, means we will have to find out the cause. So understand the effect. So both are intercorrelated. And the same way, man, it happened to me also. I'm in private sector and sales, and I'm having experience of 20 years. So, but every time means whatever I have achieved, it may be dream for so many youngsters, lot of peoples, and but they want to be like me and something like that. But I am never happy with my this one. I always feel I should go in marketing. I should do something my own. I keep on fighting with God, why I'm not in the field where I don't feel happiness. And what is triggering cause is I feel insecure at this place. I will not do this, so I may lose job. I may it's a sense of failure. So I want to go to the field where there is no such sense of failure. There, I put my level best and I do things, and I'm thinking that everything will be in right place and everything will happen in the right way. That is what I am thinking. It's not right. It's possible that if I go to that place, it again there will be a lot of troubles, and I may feel कि नहीं पीछे वाला ही अच्छा था, अभी कहाँ फंस गया. So here the cause is a sense of failure or something fear factor is which is whenever it's happening, अरे वहां पे वो वाला काम करता ज्यादा अच्छा था, यहाँ पे क्या सिक्योरिटी है, मैं खुश नहीं हूँ, मैं अच्छा नहीं हूँ. So that cause and effect relationship is there.
Yes, but we are not currently talking about that. We are currently talking about just understanding where happiness or not comes from. So focus at the moment. Your question is a valid question, but that's not what we are discussing. We are discussing about happiness. Now, if you feel, in answer to your question, which has nothing to do with what we are discussing, you can think about more in terms of what is your vision. If you are selling something, if you're marketing something, how are you benefiting your customers? How are you benefiting the stakeholders? If you keep your vision going, you will begin to feel secure in your role. But what is the benefit you're giving? How have you helped people? How have you served people? As long as your focus stays on that vision, okay, like marketing is a very important thing, right, in life, because I have, say, needs. I need, I don't know what, I need an air conditioner, for instance. So then I need some marketing person to tell me ki this is good for me, this is bad for me, this is going to suit my needs, that this product even exists, right? So marketing is playing a very important role. Sales and marketing is very important. Otherwise, there may be the best products in the world. I would never know. I would never benefit from them. So it's an important thing that we have sales, we have marketing. So if you keep your focus on that, even as a Vedanta Institute, we have to have sales and marketing, right? Otherwise, we may have the best products, nobody knows they exist, then who are we benefiting? Right? We have the world's best product, we have Vedanta. But unless we go out and tell people about it, which is sales and marketing, nobody will benefit. So now whatever product you have, how are people supposed to benefit from it if they don't know? If you don't suit that product to their needs. So therefore, doing it is important and keeping the focus on the vision there rather than my target, my goals, my promotion, my thing will give security.
Ma'am, here the problem is कि vision is there and it is pulling me. I'm telling you what I feel from very early. I feel Ramakrishna ji as my East safe, and I consider Swami Vivekananda as my guru. So if you can see, he is there sitting with me in office. So what I want, I want to become one of the best marketeer. But at the end of that one is ki, the way Swami Vivekananda spread the word of Ramakrishna work and everything to the whole world. I want to do something good marketing for whatever he has taught कि उसको मैं बढ़ा दूं. तभी क्या होता है, जब भी कभी देखता हूँ ना कि उस गुरु जी के बहुत सारे लोग मार्केटिंग कर रहे हैं, ऐसे ऐसे कर रहे हैं, मेरे को लगता है मैं रामकृष्ण जी के लिए कुछ नहीं कर पाता हूँ, मतलब एटलीस्ट. और मैं इतना, क्योंकि टाइम कम होता जा रहा है मेरे को और शार्पन होकर के ऐसा करना चाहिए कि एक चीज, जैसे आज एक सदगुरु ने एक ऐप लॉन्च किया और 10 लाख लोगों ने एक दिन डाउनलोड कर लिया. तो मेरे को कहीं लगता है कि मेरा विजन जो रहता है कि रामकृष्ण जी के लिए मेरे को भी ऐसे ही कुछ करना चाहिए, उन्होंने जो बताया, स्वामी जी ने बताया, उसको मेरे को पॉपुलेट कर देना चाहिए. एंड देन वो मेरा कंप्लीट सेटिस्फेक्शन लेवल लगता है. मेरे को मार्केटिंग से पैसा नहीं कमाना, मेरे को मार्केटिंग से पॉपुलर नहीं होना, मेरे को कुछ भी ऐसा ग्लैमर नहीं है, बट एक सेंस ऑफ वैल्यू होना चाहिए. और अल्टीमेटली मैं जो वो मिशन को पूरा कर सकूं. तो मिशन इज देयर, बट अभी अटका हुआ हूँ डेली नंबर और डेली सेल्स और डेली बैग्स इसमें. तो वो एक
You
हमेशा
have to
फ्रिक्शन रहता है.
So you have to decide whether you can financially afford to do that kind of volunteer work or not. But in your work, current work itself, you must have a vision, not in some other work. This work, what is the vision? How are you serving the cause of your country? How are you serving the cause of humanity or whatever your vision is by the work you do?
Okay, ma'am. Definitely, I will do.
Yeah, Nitin.
Yeah, I'm just here seeing so much mangoes. I'm just standing in the near the mango tree, and there are so many mangoes here, just next to me. But I don't feel like eating it. So my desires, like maybe, yeah. So maybe after the spiritual wisdom, after coming into the spirituality long back, so my desire has been maybe if I come few years back here and I see the mango tree with the full of mangoes, I'll directly go and grab some of the mangoes. Now I don't feel like it. I'm just watching it and like, yeah.
All right, but
So is it?
everybody please focus on what we are doing in the class.
Yeah,
Today's session focus. What are we doing? You're understanding cause of
yeah.
cause
So before,
of.
yeah. So before, like while the cause, like I might feel happy before, like while grabbing, वो मैंगो को तोड़ के खा के मुझे हैप्पीनेस मिलता था पहले. अभी आई डोंट फील लाइक दैट आई शुड गो एंड ग्रैब इट एंड हैव इट. सो व्हेन आई डिक्रीज माय नीड्स, यू नो स्लोली, सो वो हैप्पीनेस वो रहता है, यानी इट परसिस्ट without having the eating the mango. Yeah, this is what I want to say. Yeah.
Right. So where were we now? We were discussing how there are two ways of of the cessation of agitation or removal of desire. The only way we know of removal of desire is
Fulfillment.
Complying.
fulfillment. Very simple, right? I want something, I go get it, I'm fulfilled, I'm going to be happy. I want something, I don't get it, I won't be fulfilled, I won't be happy. It's a very simple deal for us. We completely forget that we do have another tool. Nobody is saying don't fulfill your desires. Nobody is saying if you want the mango, don't eat the mango. Nobody is saying any of it. But remember always that you have two tools. You can use them both. It's not about not fulfilling desires. It is about knowing that you have an alternative. You have two tools. So what is the second tool? It is sublimation of desire. Right? So shall we, so far so good, shall we continue?
Chankiji had a question, but actually Vidushi had a question at the start of the session, so I think we missed that.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Bharat. Vidushi. At the relative level, are the absence of desire and desire under control of the intellect the same for all practical purposes? No, they're two different ideas. At the relative level, at the absolute level, it is absence of desire. At the relative level, it is desire under control. And that, I mean, absolute can mean, where are you, Vidushi? How come I can't see you? Ah, here you are. So, okay, so absolute level can mean self-realization. It can also mean any level that you have outgrown. When you've outgrown the desire, you don't have the desire. But when you do have the desire, then you have to learn how to keep the desire under your own governance. So the desire is not driving you, you are driving the desire. Right. Bharat?
Ji, just taking an example of a person having a big desire for a mango, therefore big agitation, and he fulfills it, his claim of happiness would be greater than that of a person who is discriminate about a mango, is it?
Claim you're saying or the actual story?
Uh, Both.
Well, his claim will be more. It's like this. If I am extremely agitated, okay, what happens? If I'm very agitated and there's a sudden drop in my desires, I will say, oh my God, this is fantastic. Right? Because the contrast is a lot more. Like, for instance, suppose this room is very, very dirty. I mean, all the furniture is actually just thrown. Ulta also the furniture is just thrown in the room. And then I come and I just make the furniture in the right way. It's not upside down. I put it in the right way. All the dust and the dirt and all is still there. But I've put it in the right way. Put it in its place and made it, turned it in the right direction. I've done all this. Somebody enters the room, they will say, oh my God, this room is so much better because of the contrast. But if the room was clean and it was being cleaned every day, that contrast will not occur so much. So nobody will come in and say, oh my God, this is so much cleaner. Right? Similarly, at the mental level, when you have a very strong desire and there's a drop in the agitation, remember we did that example. There was a man, he's going to work and his normal troubles in life are on, all the stresses of work and all that are on. So all that is going on, and then one day he gets news that his father has had a heart attack, and they rush him to the hospital, and he's in ICU, and the whole family, everything is just tossed up and down. And then it's a very difficult period. The doctor says, I don't know whether your father will live. It's a very difficult period. All this is going on. Then slowly, the father becomes better and comes back home. And this man goes back to his normal life. What will be? We did this example, didn't we? Or not yet?
Yes, we have done.
Done it, right? Now just think of this. When he was living his normal life, whatever it was. When everything finishes in the hospital and they all come home, he's again living his normal life. But he will claim now that he is very happy because his father is well and all that thing, right? The claim is very different from the situation. Is that much clear?
Yes.
Because now he's in exactly the same position as he was before, right? Now the situation is a different. He will claim that, but the situation is not so. If he was at 80% agitation, if he was at 60, he went up to 80, came down back to 60% agitation, he will claim to be happy. Another man who is living at 5% agitation will not claim to be happy because that's not he's not feeling that drop. So he's not going to make any such claim. Okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Yakshiji, are you then saying that you could claim to be happier, but you are actually no happier?
Absolutely. Don't you see this in real life?
No,
People
the
will tell
example is
you.
very stark and one sees that. But I'm saying that this person, he's actually feeling, he's not just claiming happy, that he's not just claiming that he is now happy, having come back to his situation, but he's actually also feeling happy, isn't it?
Yes, he is.
So
But
he's,
he's wrong in his understanding. Feeling great happiness. He claims, he says, I'm feeling great happiness. No, he isn't. He's in
no,
exactly the same position as he was before.
no, I know. But when we use the word claim, it seems to suggest that, it's actually not the case, but you are wrongly claiming.
Yes.
In this particular case, he is genuinely happier, having gone through that roller coaster ride with his father's illness. So it's not just he's claiming, but he's also happier, and yet the situation hasn't changed. But so can it be situation hasn't changed, but he is happier and he's also claiming to be happier?
Yes, but when we say use the word claim, we are not saying that he's being a hypocrite. We are saying his comprehension is incorrect. His comprehension of the situation is incorrect. Of course, he'll be feeling happier. That's obvious, right? If somebody comes back from the hospital, and everything returns to what it was, your feeling is of happiness, so you will say, yes, I am happier. But the fact is you're not. That is why we use the word claim. Not in the sense of you're lying or in the sense of you're making a exaggerated claim, not like that. We're using claim in the sense of that's what you think.
But Janki, why do you say he's not actually happier?
Because he's
No. His desire level in the graph is still where it was. Agitation level is back to where it was. But he is feeling happy, and therefore can't one say that he is happier and he's claiming to be happier?
That's our whole point, no? That is how your senses are fooling you. Your senses and mind are fooling you. Then you
So
can
that
say
means,
that for the mango also. I ate the mango and I felt happy. And therefore,
so,
mango is the cause of my happiness. It's the same thing. There is no happiness that you have gained. You are feeling it. You are believing it. It's like seeing the sun rise and saying, the sun is rising. You're seeing it, you're believing it, you think this is how it is, and you're like, no, it's not.
so that means when we are feeling happy, we are actually, we may still not be happy.
No, we're not happy, you can't say, because you're feeling happy. You're not identifying the cause correctly.
Yeah, that cause part is understandable. That in this case, the cause is that my father's got well, and therefore that desire has been met. But then it is a cessation of the desire that, he
No,
was.
not like that.
Uh,
That what earlier you claimed as unhappiness or whatever problem or normal or whatever you claimed your life was earlier, you still have exactly the same life, right? It's exactly the same. No change has actually really taken place. You had a
yeah.
father, he was fine, your father is fine again. Whatever you were going to office and you had whatever issues, they are all exactly the same. But you claim that your situation is better, you are happier. That's not true. That's what it's saying. This is your experience. The experience itself is incorrect. Incorrect means it's not that you're not happier. You're not saying that you're not happier. How can you deny you're happier? But your whole comprehension of this is incorrect.
So, Jakiji, is it again temporal happiness?
Yes, but the point we are trying to make over here is the point of this example is always to say that how come it was an answer to Bharat's question. So will he claim to be happier? Yes, he will claim to be, but actually the situation is just the same. And in few days it will again come back to that. So that was an answer to that. Yes, Surek.
So, Janki ji, then the only solution is why am I unhappy? I mean, is it because I want my father to be healthy all the time? That cannot happen in life. There will be illness, sickness. Is that the only solution, that you have to go back to that in order to be happy and not just cease the agitation?
No. The solution is different. We'll come to that. But over here, we are only trying to identify what is actually happening. What I'm experiencing is not actually what is happening. So that's what we are trying to identify and understand causal relationships rather than just what my senses, what my perception, what my mind tells me. So, solutions will come to.
Okay, thank you.
Momita, subjective experience of happiness is what it is, but the problem lies in the causal connection made. Yes, that's correct. Thus causing us to create further problems. Yes, Momita, that's correct. We are not understanding that situation correctly. We are going by what we are feeling rather than what is actually happening. Yes, that's correct. Okay. You're all looking quite depressed. Okay, all fine so far. These are ideas that we have to think about and try and digest. The great sages of the past have told us that we live we are all completely unhappy. So now when you hear a situation, there is no, it says, there is no happiness in the world. You are completely unhappy. I'm like, what are you saying? I am happy. I am enjoying my life. And you're telling me I'm not happy. Who are you to tell me whether I'm happy or not? But that makes no sense, right? Because it is so divorced from what is our experience. So we have to get this. Why do the sages and saints constantly tell us that we are experiencing zero happiness? Okay, say you can say that you're experiencing more happiness than me. You can say that maybe I'm not experiencing the best happiness. You can say all this. How can you say I'm not experiencing happiness? I am. So it sounds so like irritating, How dare you say I'm not experiencing happiness? I am. So therefore, if we can seize the irritation a bit and start thinking about this, you begin to realize these various ideas. Where did the agitation come from? From the desire. As long as the desire is there cannot be peace. The only time in my life when I experience peace is when my desires are not available to me. Why do you think people want to go to places of, spiritual things or something? Because suddenly they sort of break in their desire. So it feels very peaceful. Even when we go to sleep at night, it's very peaceful. I said, good sleep I had. What does that mean? A sudden drop in this. In such circumstances, can we say feeling is not fact? No, we won't go so far, maybe. I mean, you can use any words you like. But basically, there is more to the fact than the feeling. Let's put it like that. There's more to the fact than the feeling. Because now you're feeling, so if I say I am feeling happy, if I make that claim, then I can say it's a fact because I'm feeling it. So my emotion is my fact. But there is more to this fact universe than what I am feeling. Yes, Nitin.
Yeah, man. So, like, whatever is happening in this world, whatever the creations are being created in the world, that is because of the desire. So, why to, remove the desire? Like, there are so many amazing things that is being happen in this world just because of the desires. The whole world has been created because of the desire. Yeah. So, like, to live a life without desires, I don't know how it can make us happy.
Um, just follow the logic. If you say that all these amazing things have happened in the world because of desire, hmm, uh, and because these things have happened, therefore I am happy. If I complete that for you,
No,
isn't it
no, not
wonderful?
exactly. Like I have a desire. Like I have started my own foundation. It's called So Happiness. So I was not happy once upon a time in my life. So then I found the desire to be happy, and then like I have done lots of interesting projects to make others happy as well. So because of that desire to be happy only, I came out from my black time. You can say that in my life, and now I'm living a very fulfilling life. So that desire to become happy or maybe the blissful, in the life, that only, inspired me to start my own journey of so happiness and all. So like if I at that point of time, if I become a desireless, then maybe I'll become a monk or something like that. And I won't be able to create anything in this world. But now because of my foundation, I'm helping the thousands of people across the world. So that because of that desire to be happy, he only created this, and it is indirectly helping to the world.
Think think it through, know what you're saying. Are you, I'm sure you're doing a lot of good work and it's wonderful. But do you think you are creating more happiness in this world than, say, Buddha did?
No, I'm not comparing with
No, no,
anyone.
wait,
Like
stop.
so,
You're not comparing. Anybody creating happiness in this world, do you think they would be doing more? People are doing noble work, wonderful work people are doing. But are they creating more happiness? in this world, or somebody like a Buddha or a Krishna or a Rama, who created more happiness?
No, I haven't seen some Rama and all, so I don't know. But like I'm creating that.
Okay, who is
I know about myself. Yeah,
no, you're missing the point.
yeah,
The point is you claim that a person has a desire and therefore he helps the world.
yeah.
Right?
That desire, yeah, yeah. That desire helped me
Okay,
to,
don't
yeah.
don't diffuse it. If you focus it,
Right.
then it's
Okay.
easier to deal with.
Okay.
Your claim is that if you have a desire, you will serve the world. What I'm
Yeah.
trying to bring about is, if you claim this, then you are claiming that all these people who've done like unselfish work, such as what you're doing,
Hmm.
are creating more happiness in the world than, say, a Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or a Rama or a Ramana Maharishi or a Buddha or Mahavir, whoever it is who have reached enlightenment. So, do you think the people of enlightenment created more happiness in this world, or those who are have a desire for serving people and serve them? I mean, genuine people. I'm not talking about hypocrites. I'm talking about genuine people.
Yeah.
I want to serve the orphans, let us say, and I spend my whole life doing it without any personal interest. I just want to serve. Will I create more happiness, or would a Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, any of these self-realized masters, who would create more happiness?
No, ma'am. In this journey, we can also become a Buddha. Who knows that?
No, no,
In the later
so,
generation, yeah.
no, no, Nitin, focus. You're doing Vedanta now. You have to focus. Whether you will in the future or not is not the question. You can
No, but
become a Buddha.
but ma'am,
You
how
can
can I
become
compare that?
Okay, you can become a Buddha, but you as an enlightened soul and you as a person with desire, who will create more happiness for people?
Yeah, of course, the person without desires.
That's what I'm trying to say, right? So, your argument that if you don't have desire, the world will not benefit from you, that is so not true. Most people don't get this. If you get it today, great. It takes a lot of struggle to get this. Because you have to see, if Buddha has benefited people for the last 5,000 years, this is going on, people are benefiting from him. Whatever you and I will do with our desires, so how many people will benefit for how long? Okay.
Okay, but again, like we can't compare that. Every individual, so every soul is different, ma'am. So like the Buddha is a different soul, and we are also the different soul.
Right. So
So if
Buddha,
yeah, so I accept that. Like without desire. So if I keep doing the works without desire, then it will amplify in the future, and it will impact more lives. Yeah,
the less your desire, the more impact you will have.
yeah. No, I got
In
it.
fact, the reason you are serving now is because your desires are less.
Yeah,
Every
that's
time
correct.
your desire reduces, you will create more impact.
Yeah, yeah. That I agree. Yeah. Thank you.
With Vijay Menon. I think we have to be careful that the noble work should not just inflate, nurture our ego. That's correct. And the only way that will not happen is if you're continuing your sadhana. Otherwise, you will always think, oh, look, I've done this. But as you continue sadhana, you begin to realize the role that we play is not so much really, as much as we think it is. Of course, we have to play our role, but its effect is not what we think it is. Okay? Yeah. So,
Janki, my question before that.
you had another one? Oh, I'm sorry. Can we say feelings can only be accepted as fact, but understanding their nature is vital to not being mowed down by them? Can we say feelings can only be accepted as fact? No, feelings can be the fact that I'm feeling this may be a fact. If I'm feeling happy or angry or jealous or whatever it is I'm feeling, that's a fact that I am feeling this. So the word only is what is throwing me off. If we remove that, that's fine. But understanding their nature is vital to not being moved down. It's not their nature. Understanding the circumstance, the real cause and effect relationships, is vital to not being moved down by them.
Sorry, I didn't get that. The circumstances are specific and different each time. But isn't the general nature of feelings per se, how they arise?
Yeah, but what you want to do, what you're attempting to do, this is not being mowed down by them. So you don't dive too much into the feeling. You understand the situation more. Otherwise, you can go on analyzing the feeling forever. But the feeling continues to be what it is. But you want to sort of divorce yourself from that feeling and see the actual situation and decide what you want to do about it. Okay, that's the example of what is that? Buddha gives this example. This is a nice thing. If you get shot by an arrow, do you want to go and find out who shot the arrow? What is the name of the person? In which, workshop was this arrow made? Or do you want to remove the arrow? Right? So, too much analysis of that is not helping us. What we have to do is get real. Get real means understand the ground reality, understand the circumstance, understand the situation, understand what is to be achieved in it, and what I need to do to achieve that.
Yes, thank you, Janki. Yesterday, actually, I was driving back after the successful launch, and I was feeling very good. So I turned on the music in the car, and then I realized that I was sort of not noticing the road so much. So then I switched it off again, and then I was thinking that this is very useful. Even when you're happy, you have to remember that, like you said just now, the circumstance, what it is right now.
Otherwise, we are so in our feelings all the time, we forget that there is a ground reality. Correct. Vijay Menon, yes?
Yeah, Namaste, Janki ji. Good to hear about your book. I haven't read any of them so far, hoping to get a chance to read it. But one question, I've been on this journey for quite some time.
Mhm.
But last maybe 2, 3 years, there's been a shift where I can see that all the Vedantic study and scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, some of the Upanishads and all, gave a sense of peace or contentment. But the real happiness or joy started happening when I got more into the bhakti side. Somehow it just happened, maybe again, a divine way of taking me from the study part of things to more into getting into emotional side of things. But it gave me a lot more fulfillment, I think, when I got onto that side. Yes, both have to go together, I guess. It's not that one or the other. But that's where the real joy started to happen. Happy for no reason. I don't need a reason to be happy, but I'm feeling much more contented in life. So that happened. So where do you think that bhakti fits into your whole scheme of things, the way you have presented in your book? If at all there is a chapter dealing with that.
What shall I say? All the three yogas have to be done together. The bhakti is feeling very good now because it has probably been ignored earlier. Had you done bhakti earlier and come to Vedanta, you would have made just the opposite statement.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So now all three yogas have to be done. One day you will come back to us and you'll say, now that I've done karma, now really things are happening.
I know karma has been a part of our life for
No,
most part of our life, right?
no, not at all. We do
Uh,
karma bhoga. We are not doing karma yoga is a difficult thing.
Yeah, but once we got into the study of the scriptures, especially Bhagavad Gita, work became more like a karma yoga. It was not too much focused on what I get out of it and all that. That slowly started to drop by itself, not a real effort. But then, yeah, as you rightly said, maybe those two were there. One was totally ignored. So the divine kind of pushed me into that side, which I was completely ignorant, frankly speaking. But yeah, that's made
Divine
up.
means what? There was a longing for it, which was uncatered to, and the moment it was catered to, you'll feel like that. But the whole sadhana has to go on at all times, so that we are actually moving this car forward. Just being happy is simply not enough. The car has to move forward. I'm sitting in my AC, I'm sitting listening to music. That's not taking me to the goal. The car has to move forward. That's its role. Not making me happy today. I mean, of course, I should be happy today. That's step one. But I have to reach the goal.
But with bhakti, I don't know. It's my own feeling that there is something you feel something is pushing you forward as well in the journey. Earlier, a lot of study and again study different texts saying the same thing, right? I'm sure you also have figured out it's the same thing presented in different ways because we don't know what appeals to whom. But after a point, I was feeling like, how do I move forward? What is the way forward? And that's when somehow got pushed into this angle of bhakti. And then I felt, yes, now there has been a shift forward. And I feel that, okay, something is taking me forward. So some force is there, which is not just me. Even the spiritual studies can nurture our ego, right? Feeling good about knowing one Upanishad and all these things can also happen. But now with bhakti coming in, some change I can feel something is happening different than what it was earlier. So that's where I think, yeah, it's helping. But as you said, yeah, all three have to go together till we reach the goal. Yeah. Thank you very much, Janki ji. Thank you. Very well.
Okay, so you may have heard even if you didn't buy the book during the class, we would have done it. But I don't think today anybody was interested in reading the book. So we have not done anything in the class. But I hope the main point of the class is clear to everybody about the relationship of the desire and the happiness. At least that causal relationship, if we get right, we are one step ahead of the game. Okay, so we will meet next time. Hari Om.
Thank you, Janki ma'am. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Janki
Thank
ji.
you, Janki ji.
Hari Om,
Thank
Janki ji.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Hari Om, Jan. Thank you.
Yeah. Hari Om.